Hello, it's Bruce with the Narrow Viewpoint, and we are back on the Sandusky River in Fremont, Ohio. And this was what the locals call the old Ballville Dam area. I've had several requests to return here and let you guys see what has happened with the river now that we've let it go back to its natural form, except for my favorite tree catchers here. I hate those things, but can't do much about them right now. This is low water time, so this is when the river is just trickling along. And we'll pivot around here. That's me. And those are our local power station lines that like to eat my drones. But here's a look upstream, and we're going to head that way just a little bit here. There's some pretty rapids up here that I want to get and take a look at. Like I said, this is late summer, so the water is low right now. Quite a bit of green in here from the algae. We've had a very warm summer. Actually, I should say hot. What's kind of cool is you look at the red in with the rocks. And I don't know if this is iron deposits or just a red algae possibly, but it's kind of pretty. And the water's fairly clear, so I keep looking in these little deep holes, hoping I'll see monster catfish or something, but not a whole lot of luck today. When the water gets this low, they may go downstream into the deeper waters. I've got a little sun reflection here, but for all of those who said that removing the dam is going to ruin this area, just take a look for a second. You can't get a prettier stream. This is right down to the local, the bedrock here that when the river was formed. So this is the natural look of the river. And that is a pretty sight as far as I'm concerned. We're looking at where the dam used to be, and now we have this really beautiful rapids. And this is one of the larger rock shells I'm coming up to. Makes a tiny little waterfall right now with the low water. And for the kayakers, this is a nice little rapid when the river's rolling a lot better. A lot of green with the algae, but really pretty water here. And this was the local catfish hole, and it's stirred up to where I can't really look down to the bottom. I was hoping I could, and would love to see one of the monster catfish that used to be caught out of here. I imagine they still hang out. And river's not very wide right now. But look at those pretty rocks. And I'll pay somebody every penny I can gather to get rid of these tree catchers here. I know they might do something during the winter when the ice comes down through here, but I really don't think they work. They are great at catching trees though, and that costs the city a lot of money to have them removed all the time. Now, right now with low water, we've got to come clear over to the left side here, and this is about the only water coming down through. When I was a kid, which was many, many, many years ago, we used to come down here and fish a lot. This area is teeming with a lot of birds fishing. Perfect for them to look down through the water and catch their breakfast and supper and dinner. Haven't seen any eagle lately down through here. I know they're around. There is a red-tailed hawk that I hear screeching every few minutes here, so he's somewhere close by. If you see a big blur in the camera, you know I'm getting attacked. There's somebody coming back under me. And there's our Ballville Bridge. And this is about as far as we're going to go today. When I'm flying low like this, the trees block my signal a little bit, so we're going to spin around and go back up for just a few minutes. This is the way I should have started, actually, with the sun behind me here. You can see a little better. I want to come back to this little waterfall up here, or it's a rock shelf, actually. Actually, the tree catchers, there's some deep water around them. That might be some good fishing eventually. I'll have to remember that. I just wanted to come close to this for a minute. It's so pretty. A little bit of foam churning up here. And again, there's that red tint to the rocks. And I'll have to let my nature specialist chime in here, hopefully. Whether that is iron deposit or if that's a red algae causing it. But the video here is not color corrected at all. I probably should run that through and maybe brighten these colors up a little bit better. I'll have to apologize. I'm lazy this weekend. I'd much rather look at this than the old dam sitting here. The dam was pretty with the water flowing over it, but it had a lot of cracks in it. I kept wondering one day whether it was going to let loose. But this is much better to look at. Nature at its finest. This might be a good time to take a flight upstream in the shallower waters and see how everything looks up through under Tyndall Bridge and heading up towards Old Fort. But look at this. Now there's a picture I can hang on my wall. And there's my either fledgling eagle or a hawk. That's probably what I heard screeching earlier. He's looking for dinner. Drone doesn't bother him at all. This one's quiet and it's small, so they don't really mind it in the air. Pivot around a little bit. There's one of the big cemeteries in town. And I'll leave you with a shot of my hometown right there. Thanks all.